On behalf of the Synergia team, I welcome you to the 109th session of the Synergia Forum. At this session, we recognize the National Police Commemoration Day that is celebrated on 21st October every year. On this day, in 1959, DCP Karam Singh and 10 gallant policemen laid down their lives at Hot Springs in northeast Ladakh. That incident was the trigger for the Indo-China War of 1962. Since then, 21st October is nationally recognized to remember policemen who lay down their lives in the line of duty. The topic of today's discussion is police as the first line of defense in ensuring national security.
Among the challenges to internal security, what we have now, I would rate the emerging role of social media and the impact of information technology as one of the most prominent one. False news and propaganda, particularly whenever we have one religious event or the other, there emerges a plethora of highly misleading and offending social media outposts. Understanding citizens' vulnerabilities to disinformation and data-driven propaganda is a major challenge to our country.
When the police responds in time and manages the situation with foresight, with wisdom, the social fabric of the country remains intact. But places where we fail or there is a delay or a lack of understanding, it can lead to a huge domino effect, can then spread even to an entire nation. In Hyderabad city, we ensure that we are always in touch with the community and we know that what is the pulse of the people, because ultimately that is what makes the difference in policing and effective policing, the difference between the two of them. We are also very closely these days looking into the non-traditional forms of...
I predicted that the next day these terrible events would transpire. It would have been impossible for them to say something like this. But it's not like the threat itself was not flagged. Mr. Balachandran's excellent report pointed out a plethora of warnings accumulating over years that were not acted on. And if you go deeper into it, the acquisition of capacity that should have taken place to deal with it simply did not happen. If you look at our theaters of insurgency similarly, we've done a good job on bringing levels of violence down, but we should also have learned how fragile our gains are. From 2003 to 2008, levels of violence fell to negligible levels in Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, per capita fatalities were about as low as they are in any of our major cities, firearms fatalities, all indexed. But then in 2008, there was a mass mobilization which nobody had anticipated the scale of. And this excellent counter-terrorism force, the Jammu and Kashmir police, proved utterly incapable of dealing with a large law and order.
But what has happened is that under Schedule 7, the instruments for doing that were placed at the states. Now, this was an old Government of India 1935 Act was also, it was the same. The police, public order, and railway police were put at the states. Now, how do you have a cooperative, non-controversial, non-polemical national security architecture? This is my formula for this is contained in this book. Now, it went on for some time. This was the original constitutional provision. So in those days, what used to happen was that